Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Infant Early Learning GPS and ways you can use it with families. GPS stands for Guiding Parents Smoothly and is an interactive tool to provide families with tips and resources to help their young children learn and grow. No tool can take the place of face-to-face conversations, but it can help families learn at their own pace and guide meaningful conversations with other parents and with professionals. In this overview, we will address the purpose and features of the GPS and ways that you can use the GPS with families. In 2011, PA's Promise and the local education and resource network partners did interviews and focus groups with parents and people who work directly with parents to find out what information they want and have difficulty finding related to early education. What we learned is that parents are very interested in their child's development and want their children ready for kindergarten, but have difficulty in understanding what that means and finding appropriate resources. They want to know if their child is developing on target, how to figure out if they aren't and what to do about it, and what activities they can do at home to help their child develop. We also learned that some parents don't understand the difference between certified, registered, and Keystone Stars. They use terms like childcare, daycare, and preschool interchangeably and may think a preschool is a higher quality than a daycare just because of the name. Parents advise others to do the research both on the importance of quality early learning and on the early learning programs they are considering, but finding reliable information can be challenging. The purpose of the GPS is to create an interactive way for families to think about what they can do to support their children's development and simple actions they can take to help their child grow, and engage them when they are most receptive, make it easy for them to follow their own learning path. The GPS can also make it easier for professionals serving children and families and businesses who want to provide information to their employees to start meaningful conversations about their children's early learning. The initial questions were developed by a work group that included child development staff from the Pennsylvania Office of Child Development and Early Learning, quality early learning providers, families, child care information services staff, and learn coordinators. Once the initial questions were drafted, they were vetted through 40 focus groups with parents held by Learn teams, and we asked them if they understood the questions, answers, and tips, what answer they would have given if it had been there, what they did learn from these questions, and how they want to use the information later. Through 10 questions, the GPS helps you make good choices that can affect your child's brain, your child's development, you and your child, and when your child is not with you. The Early Learning GPS is unique because it's a great place to start learning how to help your baby grow. The questions address the most important things families should know and be able to do to help their baby learn. Because it is narrated, any family can benefit from using the GPS. The information is reliable. The information was created in cooperation with the Pennsylvania Office of Child Development and Early Learning and is based on sources like Pennsylvania's Early Learning Standards and nationally recognized brain research. Others have spent hundreds of hours pulling together the most useful tips and resources for families. Families can go at their own pace. They can start from the beginning or focus on one of the 4 sections. They can come back as often as they like. Their answers may change depending on the child they are thinking about, a particular situation, or their mood that day. The GPS is about helping families make the right choices for their family, not about testing their parenting skills. They can grade us, but we won't grade you. Families can tell us what they want. Families can recommend sites to be added and complete a survey at the end to tell us what they like and don't like. We help them take the next steps. There's a simple worksheet to help families remember the key tips and jot down what they want to learn more about and what they want to do with what they've learned. Using the GPS is pretty simple. First, answer the question with the choice that best fits your situation. When you submit your answer, you receive simple tips and resources. All of the information is from reliable sources like the Pennsylvania Office of Child Development and Early Learning. Within each tip, you'll find definitions of important words to know and links to more information. You can download the tips in a PDF format and click on the link for more resources. You can start wherever you want and come back as often as you'd like. There's even a What's Next section where you can download a worksheet that has a summary of tips and a place for you to jot down what you want to do with what you've learned. Here is an example of the first page of the Personal Map worksheet. You can see that the basic tips for the questions addressing your child's brain have been summarized and included in the left column, and the right column has room for families to list what they want to do with what they've learned and what they want to learn more about. The map can help families stay engaged in active learning while they're answering questions and not so worried about taking notes on the tips. It can also increase the chances that families will take concrete next steps to improve their child's early learning based on what they've learned. There are a number of ways that you can use the GPS with families in your work and personal life. Because of the flexibility of the tool, families can walk through it on their own, together with a professional or a counselor, or use it as a group. We will walk through some tips on how to share with families in each of these scenarios. Because the tool is currently web-based, we and linked to the main page of our website, which is www.papromiseforchildren.com, to click on the GPS logo and access the GPS. We are working on a hard copy booklet version of the GPS, but at present it is only available online. We have also produced a short 2-minute video to introduce the GPS to families. It is linked on our website, but it is also posted on YouTube, so you can link directly or embed the video on your website. If you have newsletters or send information to families by mail or email, you can pull from one of our sample articles or use our formatted postcards available in PDF. The postcards are great for welcome baby bags for new moms and dads and stuffers for other gift bags. We've also created sample Facebook posts that you can use on your Facebook page. Links to all of these resources are available on the PA's Promise for Children website. If you meet with families one-on-one and have access to a computer and internet during those meetings, you can use the GPS to get a better sense of a parent's understanding of child development and encourage questions where they are unsure. Several questions have possible answers such as, "I'm not sure," or "I get upset," to help open the doors for more conversation. You can focus on one area at a time and ask the parent which area they're most interested in. As they answer a question, ask them if anything is confusing or if they would have suggested a different answer. What else would they like to know? The GPS Personal Map worksheet can help you review the basic tips and jot down next steps as well. You can also use the GPS with groups of families. As you walk through the questions, allow the group to decide which answer they choose. Parents can discuss why they would pick a particular answer and share their beliefs and experiences with the group. Each parent can have their own personal map worksheet to jot down notes during the group activity. You can include this in parent trainings, either to complete one section at a time that relates to your topic of that training, or walk through the entire tool. Employers may want to walk through the GPS with interested employees during a lunch and learn. You can invite an early childhood education professional like a teacher, director, or college professor to join you and answer questions and provide more information. You may also want to include in parent counseling sessions, focusing on the sections that relate most to your counseling. For example, CCIS staff may focus on the last section, when your child is not with you, as it addresses how to choose quality early learning programs and where to find financial and other assistance. We want to make the GPS as useful for you and the families you serve as possible. If you have questions, would like to share how you are using the GPS with families, or other comments, please email Kelly Swanson at KELSWA@berksiu.org. We plan to release the toddler and preschool versions in April 2013 and are working on another release with a number of additional features, such as the ability to save tips and resources to a personal portfolio online. Pennsylvania's Promise for Children is a campaign to raise awareness about the importance of providing Pennsylvania's young children with access to quality early learning opportunities. It's sponsored by the PA Build Initiative, Pennsylvania Early Learning Keys to Quality, the Grable Foundation, the Heinz Endowments, and William Penn Foundation, in partnership with the Pennsylvania Office of Child Development and Early Learning. Thank you.